Okie dokie Jasmine tag for the 6th of April 2020. Do you like school? Or did you like school? That should probably be, in my case. I didn't mind it in high school, but in elementary school, I didn't like it that much. Yeah. They thought I was a slow learner or something in elementary school because I wasn't challenged by their crap and I didn't want to do the work. So I didn't do the work really. I just sort of did enough to get along. And so they treated me like I was slow. And then when I went to high school, they gave me a test, a couple of tests actually, and they found out that I was actually exceptionally intelligent, and they put me in the other kind of special classes. And I was challenged, and it went all fine because I got really good marks in high school, and yeah. Mm-hmm. In my computer science class, I knew more than the teacher. Computer science was learning to program in a programming language that doesn't exist anymore called BASIC. Then we learned extended BASIC, and then we learned Pascal. I don't think any of those are used anymore. When I went on to higher education in the technical school, I learned a few other things. But by the time I was actually in the class for computer science learning BASIC, I had already known BASIC. It was Commodore BASIC. We used Commodore PIC computers. I had a Commodore 64 at home, and I had already learned BASIC, the Commodore BASIC, and I had learned assembly language, which is a very much different thing than BASIC. It's a very fast language. It converts the assembly code. It converts directly into machine code, and it when you compile it, and it runs very fast. It's not like BASIC, because BASIC has to compile each line one at a time. Anyways, you don't care. But yeah, do you have a catastrophe? Do you have a what? Catchphrase. Yeah, I sound really intelligent. I actually have a learning disability, though. It's called what the fuck is it? Goddamn. Dyslexia. Jeez. I also have aphasia, where I can't remember words. That's a newer thing. That's in the last 10 years or so. Anyways, do you have a catchphrase? If so, what is it? You know you wanna. Do you like gardening? I used to love gardening. I don't anymore. Do it anymore. But the residents here do gardening. We won't be doing it this year because of the isolation thing. Unless the isolation's lifted, we won't be doing any gardening. But I don't help with that. The ladies do all that themselves. There's a group of them that do that. But I used to keep plants. I used to have a big flower garden in the yard and whatnot. And whatnot. So, yeah, I miss those days. I really do. Do you have many friends? I have a few friends in town in real life. So-called real life. I don't. How many do I have? 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 7 or 8. I don't remember. Offhand, it's not like you memorize how many you have. But anyways, there's 7 or 8 of them in town that I would call a good friend. And there's a bunch of people online that I would call a very good friend as well. Yeah. What scares you about aging? Well, I saw my mom die slowly and terribly, so I don't want that to happen. If somebody ever says dementia or stage 4 cancer to me, I'm out here. I'm going to pick the option to be put to sleep, and that's it. We get to do that in Canada. We get to have medical assisted death, and that's exactly what I would do. I would not put up with any of that shit. I am not going through that. It's just not happening. I've seen people with dementia. I've seen people die of cancer. It's just terrible. It's just a no. Have a good one.